Hello and welcome to Real Life Survival and Shit Hitting the Fan with Randolph Small. I'm your host, Randolph Small. Now, if you're new to my channel, that's great. I got an introduction trailer for you guys to watch and the new subscribers. Go ahead, check that out. It tells you a little bit about what the channel is about and how I'm going to break it down. With that being stated, this month is September, National Preparedness Month. And it's been that month since 2004. So, clearly, it's important for us to prepare because the government sees that something's going to happen and they know we need to be ready. But yet, most news agencies aren't going to cover this. So, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to talk about tradable commodities for when the world ceases to exist as we know it and all shit hits the fan, as well as resources that you're going to need to set up and find out is in your bug out area. You know, in my opinion, the best locations for a bug out area and stuff like that. Now, this might be a longer video than what I'm used to doing. And for some reason, my phone keeps wanting to go every time someone sends me a text message. I apologize for that sound, by the way, guys. I do, but I'm not editing it. I'm leaving it in there because it's just one of those days where I just gotta just deal with it. Now, what I am gonna do is the next text message you're gonna see me work on my phone a little bit while I'm doing the video to silence it for notifications, but they still show up. All right. Now, once again, I apologize for the sound of my phone going off. I truly do apologize for that. But let's get back on the topic here. All right. Now, for disaster prep, you know, disaster prep is anything from preparing for a hurricane, tsunami, earthquake, fire, anything like that. Okay? You got to prepare for that. Now, the best way to prepare for a hurricane, and this is coming from somebody who has to prepare for hurricanes every year. I live in Florida. Need I say more? I'm still recovering from Hurricane Irma last year. So, really, let's just be honest. No matter how much you prepare for a hurricane, you're never fully prepared. Now, the experts tell you to prepare for a hurricane for like 3 months out, as well as other disasters. But I'm going to be honest with you. Prepare for up to 2 years out. Which means go off and buy some MREs from an Army Navy surplus store. Go off and order some stuff that, you know, is good for you to have set up, you know, instant meals and stuff like that. Get that stuff. I highly recommend it. Before Irma hit, I had 6 months supply of MREs and 6 months supply of water. I actually needed to use a month's supply of MREs and water. I did. That's the only way I was going to survive after I was allowed back into my house. Now, I had no running water, no electricity, nothing. All right, and on top of that, my house was destroyed, so it's not like I really had any place to sleep other than my tent that I pitched out back in my yard. And even that wasn't good enough, and my friends brought me over and said, okay, you're staying with us. That's where the rest of my prepping went out the windows because I had to move to a bug-out house that I wasn't expecting, nor did I supply, to another bug-out house that I did supply, but they couldn't realize that the supplies I gave them was for their survival as well as mine when shit hits the fan. So they went through my resources I brought over to them drastically. And that screwed me over. You always got to make sure that when you're doing a bug out location, it's with another prepper, alright? Now, that's another message. And I can't edit it. Whatever. Let me go over here, slide this down, see if I can edit it this way. And show notification silently only. Done. Alright. That's taken care of, guys. You shouldn't hear no more dinging on from text messages. Alright. So like I was saying, Hurricane Irma hit. I was ready. Others weren't. I supplied others. There goes my 6 months of personal supply for myself. And then my roommates, who were my cousins, turned around and took another 6 months supply for each of them that I put off aside for them, which is fine. They needed it. That's fine. You know, but after what they did to me, they could at least give me some money. What do you expect from somebody who will rob you during a natural disaster, right? But that's a side topic that I'll cover in a later video. But let's get down to the meat and bones of the situation, all right? A natural disaster, they typically tell you to prepare for 3 months. I'm telling you to prepare for up to 2 years. Because you never know. At some point in time, you may have to have somebody come in with you that is not prepared. And you may have to supply them. So, having a 3-month supply for one person or each person in your family is not going to help you if you have to help support others who weren't prepared. So you got to prepare for at least 2 years in advance for every person in your party. That way, if you do have friends that do need your help, or family that do need your help, you can bring them in and it's not hurting you. All right, that's my mistake, is I let people hurt me because I wasn't prepared for that many people. All right, so remember, foods like MREs, that one company, I forget the name of it, that does the big buckets and stuff like that, prepare for them to get food from them. Buy food that will last you. Buy generators for natural disasters like that, like hurricanes, stuff like that. Buy tents, everything you need, all right? Those are lifesavers, okay, guys? Buy a portable air conditioner if you have to have a tent, and load it into a vehicle that you could call your butt right before a storm hits or anything like that. Have a vehicle set off to the side, or something set off to the side, that way you can quickly load your gear up and get out of Dodge, all right? There's a reason why it's called getting the fuck out of Dodge and shit hitting the fan, alright? Because when shit hits the fan, you gotta get the fuck out of Dodge. So, get out of Dodge. Have everything set so you can get out of Dodge as fast as possible. That's a key. You gotta get out in order to survive. Now, with that being stated, let's go into some more stuff. Now, it's recommended up to 3 gallons of water per person per day. I recommend 1 gallon of water per person per day, as long as you're near a fresh water supply and you have filters for the water. Do that, you'll be fine. Okay? Those filters that we have nowadays, you can screw right on the bottles or plop into a bottle. I got news for you. They can clean out your water of anything, including, in some of them, radioactive contaminants. So that's a good thing to know, with the fact that you never know when a nuclear power plant might go up or someone might drop an atom bomb on us and you survive. You want to be prepared for all scenarios. Now, make sure you have clothes. Now, my bug out bag, and it's not set up for a bug out bag right now, but normally what I have in my bag is a map, my phone charger, at least 3 packs of cigarettes, some marijuana. I'm not going to lie to you, marijuana. That's going to be not a commodity, but you're going to want it for medical reasons to help you lower your stress and stuff like that. And if someone has epilepsy, stuff like that. You also want to be able to grow the marijuana when you get to your bug out location. I'm sorry about the ambient noise. I'm outside doing this, like I said earlier. But like I was saying, you want to be able to grow marijuana, because marijuana helps with a lot of conditions. And when shit hits the fan, and there ain't nobody on the other side of the line when you dial 911, and you can't get to a pharmacy and get the meds that you need, you're screwed. So get everything you need and stock up. I know it's hard to stock up on painkillers and stuff like that, but if you're smart, you can do it. One way I personally stock up on pain pills is I actually have physical pain, but I don't do pills. I smoke marijuana to deal with my physical pain and my mental issue and some of the mental damage I have from pills. Because I'm not going to lie, I was very hard on pills for a very long time. So normally in my emergency bug out bag, it's marijuana seeds, first aid kit, including pain pills and iodine tablets, water filters and a bottle of water. Alright, so water filters, bottle of water, marijuana, tobacco, marijuana seeds, first aid kit with pain pills, antibiotics, all that stuff. And then my gun with my phone charger and a map of the area I'm going to, geological and topographical map. That way I can see, the raises, stuff like that. You want to be prepared. Now, my actual bug out bag This is one of my bug out bags. This is my travel bag. In this case, I got to go somewhere I can go. But today I decided to empty it out, put a bunch of random stuff in it. Okay, guys? Don't do that unless you feel comfortable that you can get to where your main bug out bag is within a 2-hour span. Because within those 2 hours, anything can happen. But always carry something that you can take care of. Always carry a knife. So do that. Always have a bag of clothes. Have all your gear set up. Have your bug out location set up with supplies. Have plenty of canned foods, MREs, which MREs are meals ready to eat. So anything that you can eat without having to worry about starting a fire. You just got to prepare. Now, in the beginning of a shit hitting the fan scenario, starting fires is going to be fine. People aren't really going to bother you in the beginning. But after 3, 4, 5, 6 months, fires are going to be a bad idea. So try to save those MREs for when you can't have a fire. Alright, so like I said, this is September National Preparedness Month. I covered what should be in your bug out bag and some of the supplies you should have, like my personal opinion is marijuana and seeds, tobacco products, lighters, a way to use the marijuana, of course, first aid kit with all the bells and whistles, painkillers, scalpels, surgical equipment. You can buy all this stuff online. And painkillers, all you gotta do is go off, get injured, come up with a bullshit story, a pain level, and they'll give you something good and a script for it, most likely. And you just go from there on that. Pills are good for up to a year, but you can't take them after that. It's just that they're not as strong. And, that's good to have. Iodine tablets, stuff like that. Water filters in a bottle. A gallon of water per person per day. Recommendation from experts, 3 gallons of water per person per day with water filters. That way you gain more. I recommend 1 gallon as long as you're near a freshwater supply. 3 gallons if you're not. It's going to take you a day or so to get to a freshwater supply. And plenty of water filters. Clothes. Maps of everywhere from where you're at to your bug out location. Thermal gear. A tent, sleeping bag. Or if you know how to set up a lean-to or something like that, do that. Jerky, trail mix, quick stuff to eat on the way. You gotta be prepared for everything, alright guys? Now, like I said, I wasn't prepared really all that well, and shit ended badly for me, and I just now getting back up on my feet and able to prepare. Now, if y'all want to help me get myself back up completely, that's great. Message me in the comments. Ask me, what address you guys want to send stuff to. If you guys wish to send stuff to me, or if you guys have words of inspiration or advice, that would be great. Everything helps. But tobacco products are going to be a commodity. Even if you don't smoke, buy them. Yeah, I know you think it's a waste of money, but you got to look at it this way. People like me are going to be wanting these. All right? We're going to be willing to trade anything for them. Okay? So keep that in mind. Marijuana, you could trade it off during a survival situation, but I recommend you keep it and use it for when you need it. And when you get to a location where you can set up yourself and survive, you plant the seeds, cultivate them, keep on going that way. Everything will be fine. Look up ways to do that. Weaponry, always carry a knife for defense. And your bug out location should have at least 3 to 4 guns, a rifle, a shotgun, and a gun for defense. So, rifle, shotgun, gun for defense. The rifle for hunting, shotgun for hunting larger game. That, rifle doesn't do it, like ducks, stuff like that. And the handgun for protection for when people decide to come up. Now, that's 3 guns per person, may I add. So keep that in mind. You want to make sure that you have enough supplies for everybody. That way it's not just relying on one person to get everything. Alright, guys? Now, with that all being stated, bug out locations, in my personal opinion, my bug out location, my personal one, my big one, the one I wish I could have gone to after Irma, is an old coal mine that my family owned up in Pennsylvania that's no longer running. I got 10 years worth of supplies in there with at least 30 guns. Okay? And that's for like And those 10 years of supplies can last a total of 5 people those 10 years. So I'm set up there. Problem is getting there. So I'm setting up a bug out location here in Florida, several of them, and I'm planning on setting up multiple all the way up to where I got to go up in Pennsylvania, because I'll be up in the mountains. Now, a lot of people don't recommend caves, coal mines, mountains, rural areas, stuff like that. If you know that you can secure the area, secure it and make it yours. Alright, my personal idea of a bug out location is someplace where you have perfect visibility, an area that you and your party can access, but yet those that you don't want to access can't access. So obviously set up traps and stuff that gets in their way. You know, you gotta be prepared. Your bug out location is your own personal opinion. I don't recommend near cities, because those are going to be the first things overtaken and then abandoned. And then rural areas are going to be the last thing overtaken and abandoned. Granted, a lot of people are going to be running to rural areas in the beginning. Like we saw with Irma, people were running out to all the rural areas, getting on planes, flying to rural areas, stuff like that. You know, yeah, it's going to be a hell to get there, but once you get there, you'll be fine if you already have your location set up. And try not to have a location where you're by yourself. Find people that you trust to be in your location for your safety. All right, guys? Now, I do plan on doing some live videos as soon as I get up to 30 subscribers. So, you know, like my page, subscribe to me, like the video. You know, come on, guys. You know, I'm new at doing this type of YouTubing, but I do have multiple years experience survival. I am a Floridian who's been through several hurricanes and has survived a lot of stuff, including wildfires. I've survived a couple earthquakes when I was over in areas where earthquakes were. I survived a tsunami. Alright, guys, come on. You know, I may be 26 years old, but I do have some knowledge in this. Just wasn't completely prepared myself this time around. So, you know, like I said, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Love having you guys. Love doing these videos. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all got any tips on these videos and like stuff I missed, just put it down in the comments. And like I said, subscribe. Help me hit that 30 subscriber mark and you'll see a live stream video. Bye, guys. Remember, this is real life survival and shit hitting the fan with Randolph Small. And thanks for watching, guys. Remember, subscribe.